Some people feel everything too deeply. One careless sentence ruins their entire night. One moment of silence feels like rejection. Emotional people notice tiny changes in tone, hidden expressions, emotional distance nobody else notices. And slowly, they begin blaming themselves for things they never caused. Emotional people are not weak. Their hearts simply absorb pain differently. But the painful truth is, the world often hurts the people who care the most. Most emotional people grow up learning one dangerous habit: caring too much. They become the listener, the helper, the one who notices everyone's pain while silently hiding their own. Because they understand emotions deeply, they expect others to care the same way. But reality feels colder than their heart imagined. People move on quickly, promises fade, conversations get forgotten. Yet emotional people stay awake for hours, replaying every word, every silence, wondering what they did wrong, even when it was never their fault. Psychology explains this deeply. Emotional people usually develop higher emotional sensitivity over time. Their brain becomes hyper-alert to emotional signals: rejection, disappointment, emotional distance. They notice patterns others completely ignore. A delayed reply feels suspicious. A cold expression feels personal. Even small changes in behavior can trigger overthinking inside their mind. Because their heart constantly searches for emotional safety, they carry emotions more intensely than others. And that is why even small emotional wounds can feel massive inside them for days. Imagine someone who always checks if everyone reached home safely. Someone who remembers birthdays, emotional details, painful moments others forgot long ago. They notice when someone sounds tired, when someone feels distant, when someone is silently hurting. But one day, they realize nobody checks on them the same way. Nobody notices when they suddenly become quiet. Nobody asks if they are okay. And that realization breaks something inside them. Because emotional people don't need expensive things. They simply want emotional effort returned. Sometimes, emotional people stay too long in painful relationships, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they remember the good moments more intensely than the bad ones. They keep hoping people will return to the version they once loved, so they forgive repeatedly, ignore red flags, and hold on to memories that no longer match reality. And slowly, this hope starts destroying them emotionally, until one day, they feel completely empty inside. Even while surrounded by people who were never truly there for them. The darkest truth is this: emotional people often blame themselves for how badly others treated them. They ask, was I too sensitive? Did I care too much? But sensitivity is not the problem. The real problem is giving deep emotional access to people who never truly valued it. Emotional hearts break easily, because they love honestly, deeply, and without pretending. And in a world full of temporary emotions and half-hearted connections, genuine hearts often suffer the most silently. But healing begins the moment emotional people stop apologizing for their feelings. Sensitivity can become strength when protected wisely. The same heart that feels pain deeply can also love deeply, create deeply, and understand people in ways others never can. Emotional people were never meant to become colder or emotionless. They simply need stronger boundaries, safer emotional spaces, and people who value their kindness instead of taking advantage of it repeatedly. Maybe emotional people were never too much. Maybe they simply gave their heart to emotionally unavailable people for far too long. And maybe the strongest thing an emotional person can learn is protecting their peace without losing their softness. Because the world desperately needs people who still feel deeply, who still care genuinely, who still love honestly. But those people must finally understand one painful truth. Their kindness deserves protection too. Otherwise, even the purest heart slowly becomes emotionally exhausted. If this video felt personal, maybe your heart has been carrying too much silently. Protect your peace without losing your kindness.